Hey everyone. This is going to be a way to make sure you are on par with what we're doing in class, and also a chance to impress your parents a little bit, or or a brother or sibling or something like that. Couple things. One, please feel free to use a calculator for this problem. It's a little bit, this would be a problem that I'm totally acceptable if you happen to use a calculator. If not, you don't have to, but you can. So what I'd like you to do is I'd like you to look. I was recording my hours in a car and the miles that I drove. And I figured out that if I drove 1 3/4 hours or 1.75 hours, I went 105 miles. At 4 hours in the car, I looked at my miles and it was at 240. And at 4 1/4, 4.25, it was at 255. The question is that I want you to answer to your out loud to your parents or guardians is, does this represent a proportional relationship? Does the table represent a proportional relationship? Now, also, if you're saying yes, you could say no. It might be no. And if it's no, I want to know why it's no. But if you say yes, what does it mean that this is a proportional relationship? There's something specific I want you to be able to like express to your parents. Okay, so I want you to pause the video, say those two things, answer those two questions, talk to them about how you got it, and then I want you to play the video so that you can hear the answer, so that your parents can hear if you were right, or guardians. So here's what you should have done. I'm talking to the parents right now, the guardians. You guys should have seen that the student took this number, 105 miles, and divided it by 1.75. And if they did that, you get an answer of 60, which pretty much means you're multiplying the hours times 60 to get the miles. Then they should have also checked this number. They should have done 240 divided by 4, and you would have also gotten 60, which means right here it was times 60. Now, they really should have checked the last one as well. They should have done 255 divided by 4.25, and they should have said to you, it's times 60. So is this a proportional relationship? It sure is. Yes, it is. Because you're multiplying the same thing from the x to get to the y, or the hours to get to the miles. Now, even more important is to understand when you're getting 60 every time, what does that mean? Now, one of the things, students, I did tell you that one thing that can help you answer this question is if you put a 1 in for the left side, which really means there's 1 hour, and you multiply by 60, you get that in 1 hour you go 60 miles. So the student should have said two things, or could have said two things. One, they could have said that the car is driving at a constant speed. They could have also said the same speed. They could have also said that this shows you that the car is driving 60 miles every hour. And I'm being consistent, so I must have it on cruise control or something. But they should have said constant speed or same speed. I'm driving at the same rate, something like that. Now, hopefully, if you didn't say that, hopefully this makes sense why that is. Now, the last thing I want you to do, and this is parents, guardians, this is something that's a little bit new. In fact, we learned this very, very briefly. So it's okay if they don't answer this correctly, but I'm just curious. If I took this table right here and I graphed it, meaning I put the hours on the x, so if something was like I think it was 1.75 hours, so at 1.75x, I go up to 105 and I make a point. That would be 105 on the y. This would be the miles. Students, we said that when you have a proportional relationship, and again, we just said this once today, there's something you're going to notice about the graph so that we know it's a proportional relationship. Can you pause the video and tell your people that you're with, the adults in the room, what do you think? And again, it's okay if you don't remember this, because we only said this once. What would the graph look like? So here's the answer. When you have a proportional relationship, number one, the line is going to go through the point 0, 0, because actually that makes sense. If I go 0 hours, I'm not going any miles. But the other thing they should have said is it should have been a straight line, a completely straight line. It wouldn't have been like this. It wouldn't have been curved. It would be a completely straight line that goes through 0, 0. All right. Hope that helps. Have a great day.